setting the bar for food and beverage businesses. The Curator Coffee and Cocktails in Makati landed the 34th spot in this year's 50 Best Bars in Asia list. The owners, David Ong and Jericson share the story behind this establishment. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us and congratulations.
Thank you.
For 7 times you are part of this Best Bar Asia list. Not only the top 100, but the top 50. How does it feel, Jericson?
Oh, it feels great. It's a testament to our team. It's a testament to the love song of coffee and cocktails that we want, the service of coffee and cocktails that we wanted to do. We just happen to be very fortunate in having a team that backed us up and owners that we work very well together in singing that song of Filipino hospitality in just the language of coffee and cocktails.
And what was the inspiration, David, for the creation of the Curator Coffee and Cocktails 10 years ago? 10th anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. So actually all 4 of us lived in Vancouver for quite some time. Jericson and myself worked in Shanghai. And in this time we found our love for both specialty coffee and craft cocktails. And serendipitously, we all came home around the same time in 2012. And we decided to put up a place that had both. So coffee during the day, cocktails at night, a place where we could have really good coffee and really good cocktails. For us, that's how it started. Really just like something that we just enjoyed for ourselves. And then it just kind of grew from there.
Absolutely. I mean, coffee by day, and then cocktails by night. My goodness, that's a full cycle. Yes. So are you both baristas and bartenders as well?
Yes, we both actually worked at hospitality institutions before opening the Curator. We worked at Starbucks, I worked at a bar, Blends Coffee. So that actually helps that we can work with our bar team and know what it takes to mop the floor, clean a bathroom, and
really grassroots training.
Yes, deal with a customer that may or may not be that are having a bad day that you'd have to deal with. That's all actually a big part. All 4 owners, Tiffany Yu and Bernice Yu, also worked at hospitality institutions themselves.
But David, what were the birth pains? I mean, coming from Vancouver, working in Shanghai, and then of course now in Manila.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about first world. You're talking about efficiency in China, and here it's a totally different culture.
Absolutely. Like 10 years ago, it was like 5 coffees and 5 cocktails sales in a day.
Oh yeah.
So it was like parang grassroots. Like obviously, like you try to do something different. People, I wouldn't say we're slow to take it on, but like because I think that if they knew that we were there, that they would come. But again, like birthing pains, as you mentioned, like it takes time to deliver this love song that we spoke of. Here we are 10 years later. I think we're stronger than ever. So it took some time, really. Like, but really, everything, like from just our skill set being, like okay to where it is right now, then all the other stuff as well.
I mean, you were expats. I was also an expat. I've experienced working abroad for 25 years. And coming back here to the Philippines is still a culture shock after working for more than 2 decades abroad. So how did you make that adjustment, Jericson?
Showing the team the type of hospitality, the generosity that we wanted them to show to our customers. So, the larger question is, how do you have someone sell a product that really like they've never experienced before, or really like they won't be able to afford to experience? I mean, a drink back then was 450, now it's a little bit more than that. How do you translate that to someone that might not be able to afford that? Then you just show them the generosity that you want to give them. You give your bar team enough leeway, your coffee team enough leeway that if the customer does not like it, take it back. It's okay. We're here to sell an experience, not a product. So if you don't like it, make sure that at least the experience, or write a great ending chapter for the customer.
And this culture has led to you guys winning your first top 50 Asia award in 2016.
Yes, correct.
Yes. Yeah, wow, 2016.
2016, that was like eons ago, right?
Yeah. We were not married, we did not have kids back then.
Under 30.
Under 30, we were under 30 back then, yeah.
How was the product creation developed since then?
So I'm glad you asked that, and this kind of ties to what Jericson said last. So I rolled up my sleeves here so you can see our logo. So our logo is basically a coffee cup, which signifies specialty coffee. Then it's also a cocktail glass or a coupe, which signifies or symbolizes the cocktails naman. But so yeah, we like to geek out, we like to innovate in both coffee and in cocktails. But then what's most important for us, like Jericson said, is to add value to something. And we do that by experience.
Yeah.
So it's an ampersand, really. So an ensign.
So does Jericson also have the same tattoo?
I can't have that because I have a skin condition.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have it right here in his neck.
That's
have
your
it on
his neck.
excuse.
Yeah,
That is your excuse,
Yeah.
Jericson. Okay, but
But
being
yeah.
winning Asia's 50 best bars 7 times since 2016, has this opened new opportunities for both of you and your 2 other partners?
Yeah, it has. More so that it actually, I mean, if we wanted to expand, we would have, we are looking at places. It's just finding the right message, the right song to sing.
Yeah.
Right now, how much that helped us, we have at least 6 of our alumni bartenders who have now moved on to much higher paying jobs in different countries.
Or in Singapore, actually.
So they actually can use us as a calling card. It's like, oh, okay, you used to work for the Curator? Oh, okay, here's, 3,000 Singapore dollars per month. Mga ganun. So it actually kind of helps. And it helps
Improve their CV.
Yeah, and
It does improve their CV.
it's a joy. It's a source of joy for us, for us seeing that they have families, that they're able to make a life out of this. That's a really fun part of the
But
work.
for the Curator Coffee and Cocktails, winning already 7 times, isn't this already a business card
It does.
to expand across the Philippines and maybe in Southeast Asia?
Yeah. Like, I'll take this one. No, I'm kidding. But,
Erase the fun, sis.
no, like, it's true. Like, it is a calling card. And that's exactly what we say. Like, Curator, we've been around for 10 years, but we find that it's time to, I guess this is our thesis, like, after winning this year, to try to help shine a light on other bars. Because we have so much other bars with talented Filipino, emphasis on Filipino bartenders, because we're truly one of the best in the world. Because nobody, in my opinion, is better than a Filipino in terms of hospitality. Therefore, we put up a new company, actually. Yan, my
Segue.
It's called Powerhouse Hospitality. And this is what we offer, like, as a solution.
But what about multiplying the Curator and Cocktails?
It wouldn't be, I wouldn't put it as the same as the Curator. We always felt like the Curator is of that place. The same way, like, I don't want a franchise of, like, this place in Makati is exactly the same experience that I'll get in Pasig. It should
But you can
be
open in other cities.
Yes.
Right?
That's one part of it. Our wives and our families have to be involved in that kind of decision. But the Curator in Vancouver or London to showcase, like, Filipino hospitality in that sense would be fantastic.
We are looking at other spaces, as Jericson said. We also have a few projects on the way.
Yeah, but aren't you also spreading yourself too thin? You also have Auto in Poblacion, you have YKW Roasters at the Grid, and you have this EDSA Beverage Design Group, and others.
Yeah.
When you can just use the Curator and Cocktails template to get rich.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, Gotcha. Yeah.
So there has to
You
be
have to build a new concept and start from scratch.
Well, there has to be a very clear distinction on what we sell. We sell an experience and not a product. Translating that into a product via our other iterations of the business or other iterations of our partnership is a little bit more difficult. It's so easy to just say, oh yeah, sure, we're gonna come out with like a canned product, but it's not it. The Curator and the bar is an experience.
It's very much also the people that we...
It's also very distinct.
Yes.
I mean, you stand out above the rest. You're above a bar, you know? We've risen.
bar above,
You've risen the bar in terms of coffee shops and cocktails. But of course, what about the competition?
Right.
Don't they just copy from you? We can copy the concept of the Curator and Cocktails. What do you think of that?
Honestly, coffee and cocktails have become a trend over the last few years, as well as other trends such as fat washing or
hidden bars.
hidden bars as well, but also different processes and stuff. But like I'll be first to say that we aren't the first to do it. Like at least in the Philippines we are, but like in the world, absolutely not. Like there's a place called Fuglen in Oslo that combined both specialty coffee and craft cocktails way before we did. So I think here, like what I'm getting at is authenticity. Like it's so subjective, no? Like parang it's what you do with it and how you localize it and how you make it your own and stuff like that.
But tell me, Jericson, how do you become part of Asia's 50 best bars? Is it like the judges are totally unknown to everyone?
I know it.
I mean,
There's an academy. So there's an academy. 50% of the academy are bar owners and bartenders from Southeast Asia or from Asia.
Like beverage directors of hotels and whatnot.
and you don't know who they are.
We don't know who they are.
We don't know the whole list. We know who some of them are, but you know some from.
You have an idea. You have an idea.
Yeah.
But you don't know. We don't know who they are, Jericson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25% are press. 25% are
Tastemakers.
Tastemakers is their term. It's
Yeah, people who travel, go to bars and restaurants, and then like, because part of the criteria is that you should have been to the bar that you vote for in the last 18 months.
I'm really curious. You're 4 partners. You've been together for 10 years. How challenging is it to work with friends, with partners? Do you clash? And who's basically responsible for which part of the business? Jericson.
I'm on the training of the bar team and the service, the internals. David is on the externals of the business. And then our other 2 partners are helping out on admin and some other touch points. It's actually very rewarding seeing each other grow and seeing each other change and realizing how much you've changed because of your partners. That's
Now you have families.
yes, yeah, and like godparents of each other's kids, that type of relationship. There's always challenges, but there are good days and bad days, and to be honest, like the good days are pretty great and are very, very vast in between the bad days.
And David, what is the big goal, the big ambition for your businesses and for the 4 partners?
Yeah, so that's the next bar.
Yeah.
We like to refer to it as our one last bar or our legacy bar. But it's not just gonna be us. Like we have a few other people in our pocket that we'd love to showcase. Still Filipino hospitality. But yeah, like we won't share much because we
haven't signed anything.
Still under wraps.
and like we'd love to manifest it for sure.
There is a bigger list.
There's
the worlds.
There's the world's Tales of the Cocktails.
Yeah, and you don't get that with like the bar that we have where we spent a hilariously small amount of money on. But now that we've been able to prove ourselves, I think we can ask for a little bit more money and raise that and make a bastion for all Filipinos to look into, like, hey, I want to go there, I'm proud to go there, and proud that this is a Filipino bar.
And why can't we do it? Yeah.
And
they can.
gentlemen, we are very proud of your achievement.
Oh, thank you very
Keep
much.
it going,
Thank you so
Keep
much.
it going.
Thank you.
2024 all the way to 2030. Always part of that Asia's 50 best bars list.
Try our best. Thank you.
Jericson, David, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
and
much.
all the best.
Thank you.